Yo, what's going on, my brothers and sisters? And I got a little. I had to show these people why I'm here and what we here for. All right, so this right here, this sample, I should say. So this sample, I'm gonna play the sample, and this video is basically this, right? We're gonna do a solo competition. You know, just having fun, but also being low key a little serious. You feel me? So we're doing like a solo competition, a sample on Looperman. We're gonna call this Looperman comp. Looperman comp. So we first sample of the first, little segment we got going on is this.
Nothing feels right, nothing feels true. She's lost in the dark, not knowing what to do. She was cold in the night, still holding the pain. Looking behind, but it all feels the same.
All right, so that's the sample we got. So, you got people who did their little thing. My boy, he said if you need a part 2 after cut, please contact me. Look, we don't need no part 2. What we need is the fire to be released, and we remix it. So this is just a test of skill, a test of just having fun. Just kind of the more reps you get into doing something, the better you are at it. Right, so we gonna start from top to bottom. Tapping in back into BBOG 2K on the 11th of January 2026 at 2:52. About a month ago. Let's see what he said. This is a snippet of a beat I made using this. This is too dope of a loop.
Nothing feels right, nothing feels true. She's lost in the dark, not knowing what to do.
Damn, OG, you made this?
All right, BBOG 2K. 1 out of 10. If I was to rate it, I would give it a solid 4. I'll give it a solid 4. This is why, because we ain't about to trash and not give no extra critiques. There's no real, I would say, emotion to the beat. Just seems plain. That's 1. 2, it doesn't seem like the sample and the instruments he picked went together. That's 2. 3, there is no real bounce to it. It had that little bounce momentum. That's 3. And then 4, the fourth thing is it almost, it just seemed copy and paste. Like I said, no emotion, no rhythm, no bounce. That's pretty much it. That was the main 2. That's probably, those 3 things probably could have made it like a 6. But yeah, and then there's no real, it didn't feel like you did anything with the sample. It's almost like a remix. It's not even the same, it's, I don't know. Let's just move on to the next one. Ty got me, 14th of January 2026 at 3:25, about a month ago. Okay. Let's see what he did. He said tap in, let's tap in.
Nothing feels right, nothing feels true. She's lost in the dark, not knowing what to do. She was cold in the night, still holding the pain. Looking behind, but it all feels the same. cold in the night, still holding the pain. Looking
All right, that was Taga Me. I'm not gonna lie, Taga Me, that was trash. But still better than the last one. Maybe a little bit better, maybe not really that much better. I'd give it about a 4 too, to be honest. Sample not used enough. Everybody's entitled to their own use of the sample, but sample not used enough.
Remember, ravioli, give me the formuloli.
I guess the drums are probably hidden a little bit. At least could have been punchier, I would say. Could have been punchier, could have been more rhythm, as in like structure wise. Probably didn't have to keep doing that same pattern all the way through. But then again, I mean, it's beats like that artists like. So yeah, so not using enough of the sample, repetitive in the wrong way, and just kind of like, just kind of repetitive. Like that was the biggest thing. It had more bounce than the last one, that's for sure. It had more bounce, but it's still like maybe too much 808. Okay, the next one, maybe Lamb by Uno or Lamb by Uno. I don't know. Lam by Uno, maybe. Hey, Lamb by Uno, 28th of January, 2026 at 10 o'clock, about 3 weeks ago. About a week ago. He says, your vocals were too good to pass up on. Made this track with them added. Keep up the great work. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Looks like he didn't work. Link did not work. So we're gonna see what he said right here.
nothing feels right, nothing feels true. She's lost in the dark, not knowing what to do. She was cold in the night, still holding the pain. Looking behind, but it all feels the
All right, that was for our boy. I guess JUT is the SoundCloud name. Why you Jut? To be honest, I would give that. Honestly, I'll give that like a solid 6. That was actually not even that bad, to be honest. I think different taste. Different taste. I probably would have liked something a little different, but I'll give it a 6. It had like a nice little calming, a little bit of emotion, not too much, more like just like a mellow feel to it, a little bit of a bounce to it, nothing too crazy. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. For sure. Go ahead and with the Let Me Try Something. And that was our 3 contenders of the Looperman comp. Now, my beat's about to play. You might be hearing it play right now, and you gonna tell me whether or not if you like it. You tell me if it's a 1, if it's a 2, if it's a 8, if it's a 6, if it's a 7, if it's a 9, if it's a 10. You let me know how you feel about it. You let me know how good it is to you. It's gonna be playing, and at 10K views, I'll drop it on the Apple, the whatever. I'll drop it on all that for y'all, so y'all can keep hearing it, keep banging your head to it if it's that good. Or you could tell me, hey, this trash. Don't ever release it again. This trash. You feel me? But yeah, you let me know how you feel. Let's get into it.
She was cold in the night, still holding the pain. Looking behind.